Okay, so let's start on the back today. This space here. And if you have a strap or your rolled up towel could work, but unroll it, or a belt loop or a scarf, then you might want that. We're gonna do a hamstring stretch. So you'll come on your back and let's just get right into it tonight. So you're gonna take your right leg up, reach it towards the ceiling. You can loop the strap or towel or whatever around the foot if you want. I personally just love holding the hamstring, so that's a nice option as well. We're just going to pause here for about 3 minutes. And your left knee can be bent, or you can extend the left leg long on the floor. And you might point and flex your right foot a few times and just get to know your ankle joint, your toes. Maybe move your head side to side if your neck has been a little wonky, shoulders relaxed. You can even move your leg just slightly side to side as well, or little hip circles. And then once you've worked out some of the kinks, I want you to just pause at the edge of sensation. Let your right foot just relax. And even though you're holding your right leg, try to minimize the effort here in your arms. Eyes are softly closed. And the muscles around your eyes are soft. Take some slower, deeper inhales. And let that offer some slower, longer exhales. So let's remember how to slow down. It is often a foreign place most of the day. And this time in the evening is the perfect time to remember how to slow down. Encourage some softening in areas that have worked extra hard, consciously or unconsciously, such as your forehead, your mouth, jaw, your brain, a couple more longer breaths here. Go ahead and gently bend your right knee. If you have a strap or whatever, you can just move it off to the side. Hug the right knee into the chest. Good. Now bend your left knee and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. We're going to do a couple shapes on this side just to really feel some of the shifts. And we'll come into a thread needle. So you'll lift your left leg up, take your right hand into that window of your legs, take your left leg around and hold your left shin or your left hamstrings. And again, just checking in, maybe wiggling into it a bit, adjusting your hips, shoulders, head, neck. And this is another shape where there's some effort with the arms, but I want you to minimize the effort. I want you to find the ease within the effort. Enjoy the way your head feels on the floor. You carry that thing around all day. Let it rest. So now I'm going to offer the option. You can hold here for a couple more minutes, or you can take your arms out to the side and let this whole shape move over to the left so that your right foot lands on the floor, or you could even put a block under your right foot if you need a little more lift. The idea is to feel sensation down the outer right hip, all the way down into the glutes, piriformis, this whole outer right hip, a T-band, and just let gravity do the work. Let your arms relax if you're in this shape. If you want more sensation, your left knee can inch up a little bit towards your left shoulder. Keep checking in with your body. There should be no strain. It shouldn't feel too intense. Right around a 4 or a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Right in the middle. Keep allowing yourself to journey inward and notice the parts of you that can soften and slow down. Nice and slowly come back. And let's just extend the legs long. Take a Shavasana. Adjust your hips, bring your arms alongside your body. And just rebound here. How is the right side different than the left side? Couple more breaths, absorbing the shifts. Left knee comes in. Extend your left leg up and either loop the foot with something or interlace your hands behind your left hamstrings. Maybe bend your right knee here. This can feel better for some bodies. And just like we did on the other side, explore some of the joints, ankle, toes. Moving the hip gently side to side or in a little circle. Adjusting your shoulders, your neck. This might be a good time to take a really big inhale and a long sigh out to your mouth. Just pause right at the edge of sensation. So when I am not guiding you, when I am not talking, what do you hear? What do you notice? Couple more breaths here. Gently bend your left knee and just squeeze it in towards your chest. Bend your right knee and cross your left ankle over the right thigh. Let's move into figure 4 now. Lift your right leg up. Interlace your hands at the belly of your right hamstring. Again, maybe doing a little bit of tweaking, adjusting hips, head, shoulders. Keep checking in with your facial muscles, especially the muscles around your eyes. When the muscles around the eyes are soft, it releases our stress response. And sometimes we carry that around unconsciously, right? We don't realize what the thoughts are doing to our face. And so by relaxing the eyes, we can literally start to reverse some of the stress response, the thought patterns, the emotions, the weight, the baggage, the worries, the fears. And you're welcome to stay right here if this is feeling good. Otherwise, you're going to release your arms out to the sides and let this whole shape move over to the right. So your left foot comes to the floor, the outer right hip comes to the floor. Maybe scooting that right knee up. If you're sliding it all, just notice I'm on a wood floor here. You can hold your left ankle just to give a little additional support. And come back to softening the eyes. Noticing what you notice, what you hear inside yourself when I'm not talking. Becoming curious about the way you are. Couple more breaths here. Ever so gently start to come back, center. Release your legs long on the floor. Take up some space, let the arms relax, palms face up. The art of doing nothing, the art of slowing down. That's why we're here. Now the hard part is maybe to come off the floor. So just bend your knees. Make this as effortless as possible. Roll to one side. Use your hands to gently come up. Okay. We're going to take a wide straddle. You can face sideways on your mat if you'd like. You can sit up on something if you'd like a bolster, your rolled up towel. I'm gonna do that because it gives a little tilt of the pelvis and it gives a little bit more length and a little bit more opportunity for the spine to lift taller. You can bend your knees as much as you want here. And then there's a few options really to come into this fold. We're gonna go into a fold. You could just round your spine. That's kind of the traditional yin version, is to just like round, hang forward any amount. Or if you have a couple blocks, or really pillows or anything at all, you can try to like prop yourself up a little bit. Like I'm gonna put my elbows right here and then I got that little lift from the blanket. And you can just kind of offer some support here. This might feel better. It's up to you, right? If your elbows are on the block and your head, you don't know what to do with your head, you can hold your head with your hands like this. That can feel very soothing to just hold yourself, right? That's really what we're doing here. We're holding ourselves. We're nurturing our own being, our own bodies. No one else is going to truly help us or fix us. We have the power, right? We are here to listen, to feel, to absorb what we need, to let go of what we don't, to go deeper, to back out. Be here for a couple more minutes. You might consider your breath as a light going into the parts of you that feel dark. Your inhale, bringing in fresh, spacious, light-filled energy. Your exhale, releasing old, stale, stagnant, dark, unwanted energy. Couple more breaths. Gently rolling yourself back up to center, to neutral. And just bring your legs into a cross-legged position. You can continue to sit up on something if you'd like. We're just going to pause here, hands on your thighs, shoulders roll back, eyes softly close. Can you become interested in simply being here, in pausing? Your interest in this shape, in these moments, shouldn't feel forced. It should feel natural, like you're coming home to a place of contentment and truth and deep inner knowing. So we're just going to pause here for about one more minute. Breath flowing in and out. Softly blink your eyes open. And let's make our way to the hands and the knees. And if your body's craving any movement, this is a great time to circle your hips or take a couple cat-cows. Otherwise, you can just go back to child's pose and we'll all meet there together in a few breaths. Let your forehead rest towards the floor. If it doesn't touch the floor comfortably, put a block or a rolled up towel under your head. Your knees might be wide apart here in this child's pose. Feel it out. Arms could be out in front of you or alongside your body. We'll just take about half a minute to feel the earth, to let everything go. And then you'll come up to your hands and your knees. And we'll lift the right hand, take it all the way under the left arm, reach it away from you and move into a half dog twist for about a minute or two. Your left arm can stretch out in front of you. or wrap behind your back. This funky thing. Neck and shoulders, breathing in, some light. Eyes closed. Muscles around the eyes are soft. Sometimes here we need a little support under the head. Feel free to grab something. Let gravity do the work here. Try to minimize the effort. Let's just take 2 more breaths. And use the left hand, press back up. Other side, left hand lifts up, reach away from you underneath your right arm. Get to the back of your arm, maybe the shoulder, turn your head to the right. And then right arm can come out in front of you or wrap behind. Keep allowing your breath to support you, to go into the body like a light. Softening on the exhales. And when you're ready, you're going to use that right hand to press back up to your hands and your knees. And we'll make our way into our final shape. It's asymmetrical, so we'll do one side then the other. So it could be single pigeon. That is one option. Most of you know that. So your right knee will come behind the right wrist, left leg back, maybe prop something up. Or another option, if you want a little more groin, inner thigh, you can use a bolster or a rolled up blanket over on the right side of your mat. I'm going to actually demonstrate with the left leg because you can see that better. You could start with the left leg if you want, it doesn't really matter. And you're going to bring that knee up onto your rolled up towel or bolster and then come down onto your elbows like this. This is just, I don't know. different. So groins, inner thigh. You could stay right here on your elbows. You could come all the way down. You certainly don't have to have a bolster. This actually accentuates the stretch. And then the final option for this one is to bend the back knee and reach back with the opposite hand and get a yummy quad stretch, okay? And you can stay supported on your arm, elbow under the shoulder, or come all the way down. I know that was a lot of talking. Now we breathe. Find a shape you can breathe in. Find a shape where you're just tasting the edges. No strain. Maybe think of breathing a little lower, below your navel. When we focus our breath down, it allows the diaphragm to expand more. And then it offers that deeper, slower breath, a brighter light, if you will. Just keep going into the spaces that need your attention. Got about one more minute, and you can go a little deeper, you can back out. What do you need? Gradually start to release, start to come up. And you're gonna slide whichever knees forward back. Come back to your hands and knees for a moment, or maybe even just your elbows and your knees. And then press back to child's pose for a few breaths and just notice some of the differences in your back, in your pelvis, in your hips. And gently come over to the other side, same shape. Find some balance here. So hands and knees first, and then the knee either comes out to the side or behind the wrist for pigeon. Maybe staying on your elbows. This side might feel completely different, totally normal. Pay attention. Just go to the edges. Some of you are reaching back with opposite hand for back foot. And start to land in. This is a practice of staying and committing. Noticing the parts of you that want to resist. See if you can be curious about them. Allow yourself to drop in. About 5 more breaths here. Easy does it to come out. Slowly coming back to elbows and knees or hands and knees. One more child's pose. Just land back. If your forehead is touching the floor comfortably, just gently move your head side to side, massage your temples, encourage the weight of your head to drop down. And breathe down into the lower back, the lower belly. 2 more breaths. Maybe sighing out your mouth. as little effort as possible, let's come up and make our way onto the back for our final rest. This is also a good time to slide into your bed. You could put something under your knees, bolster, rolled up towels. You could put something on top of your body. A little added weight is always calming. My husband makes fun of me because I have like 10 blankets on top of me at night. So add a little weight, lie back, make yourself comfortable. Arms will splay out, palms will face up. Once again, the eyes are softly closed. And all the muscles around the eyes are soft. Feel the back of the head settle down into whatever's below it. Same with your shoulders, your arms. Feel a heaviness in your back, in your pelvis. Feel the weight of your hips, your legs, all the way down into the heels and the feet. Let everything go. No more deep breaths, just natural, effortless breaths flowing in and out. Night, night, my friends. Thanks for being